last little bit of weeding before we plant our strawberry plants.
Hello, beautiful mamas. Is anyone else struggling, like I am, with entertaining your kids for summer? We personally, my family, are now 4 weeks into my kids' summer break from school. We have another 7-ish weeks left, I think. July starts in like 3 days, and I can't believe it. So I'm deciding, better late than never, I am going to address this and tackle this for myself to ride out the rest of the summer, hopefully a little bit more easily. So the predicament that I'm in is my kids really are kind of expecting me to entertain them by providing them with all these opportunities to go places and to do things, or to have me play with them, and kind of all of these requests are coming up throughout the day, and I just feel like I'm constantly saying no to them. I am not the type that will just kind of throw everything out the window and we just go, doing all these fun things. More power to you if you are like that, but we just don't. Like, I don't like to have every single day having a plan or an outing, right? Splash pads or play dates. That would just be too much for me. And yet, I still feel guilty for saying no to everything, I feel like. And their requests coming at me all the time is just really getting exhausting and draining. The story I'm telling myself when they say that or ask for those things is that they're not grateful. We've done a lot of fun things, and we do a lot of fun things, and I am telling myself that it's just never enough, right? And why do I even try? And so that really causes me to feel frustrated, and then I'm just not as patient, and the day just does not go great. So I'm recognizing the cycle that I seem to be in, where they're just asking, I'm saying no, I'm feeling frustrated, and so I'm trying to stop that. I'm trying to kind of reset. It's not too late, right? We still are not even halfway into summer break, and so if you are also finding yourself in this predicament, hopefully the solution that I've come up with for our family might spark some ideas for you and how you can address it. I will say also, I personally really do not believe in entertaining my kids. That is not my job, in my opinion. And I know, backed by research, that it's really good for kids to sit in the discomfort of boredom, right? My kids that was not even in their vocabulary until they started going to school. So it is possible for a child to genuinely never feel bored. But once, at least for us, once my kids were in school and they're being told constantly what to do next, and they're being stimulated by things, now we find ourselves in the boat where they are saying that they're bored, and they're kind of wondering, well, what are we doing? What's next? You know? They're looking for that entertainment from me. So I just need to kind of set the record straight by letting them know just how the rest of the summer is going to go. So what I have decided to do is make a giant summer fun calendar. I just realized that I want to point out to them all of the fun things that we do, or all of the fun things that we have planned, and I'm perfectly fine with, and I want them to be fine with, the empty pockets of time, knowing there's actually not that many. As I filled this calendar out, I noticed there's a lot going on, and we have already done so many fun things. We did a big vacation, and we've done tons with family and even friends. So I really don't, like, when I'm sitting here thinking about it, I really don't feel bad or like I'm depriving my kids of anything. It's more just that it's really easy to just all of a sudden get sucked into mom guilt, because it's just kind of a knee-jerk reaction, probably for all of us. We just don't feel like we're doing enough, and we are taking input from our kids' behaviors or what they're telling us, and kind of just creating stories about it, like I have been, right? That they aren't grateful for all the things that we're doing, and that they're not having fun, and I feel bad that they're not having fun, and so it's my responsibility to make sure they're having fun. I don't know, there's just a lot of drama there that we want to just kind of quiet down, sit down, be intentional, decide on purpose. This is how I want the summer to go. These are the plans I want to have. Hang on, I need to let my dog in. And then once we do that intentionally, we can then approach our kids with confidence that we've made a plan, we're sticking to the plan, and this is how it's gonna go. This allows for all of us to be on the same page about what's happening. We did sit down together as a family at the very beginning of the summer, maybe even before it started, and we created a family summer bucket list where everyone got to give input on something that they for sure wanted to do. So we had a little list made already, and then I was able to just kind of divvy those things out on the calendar. And actually, I haven't even put some of those things on because I want the kids to give input and recognize, okay, we don't have very much going on this week. Which day do we want to do this fun thing that's on our bucket list, right? And then they can give some input. So I had this vision of just having a big giant calendar. I'm sure you can get printables for these things that are so cute and perfect. It's way late in the game for me to be figuring that out. So I just got this roll of butcher paper that we had it was when we moved actually. So it's the paper from Home Depot that you lay down on your floors when you're moving so that they don't get ruined. And so I just unrolled that, cut some off. I used my little ruler to make dots as kind of a grid, and then I just combined July and August until their first day of school and just kind of put down the things we already have planned, and then there's some empty spaces that we now can fill as a family. I'm excited to get my kids' input on okay, there's this thing on our bucket list still, it's not on the calendar. Notice how this week doesn't have very much going on. What day should we do that? And then the kids feel like they're involved, and I think that's totally a win. The main thing that I want to stress to you, you beautiful mama you, don't let yourself get sucked into feeling like there's a certain way that you should be approaching summer with your kids, that there's a certain number of fun things that you should be doing. It's so different for all of us, and I just want you to really plan it out how you feel comfortable and what you feel excited for. There's a point of draining probably, and a point of maybe even boredom for you. Find the happy medium between too much and not enough. Yes, we want to sacrifice for our kids. Yes, we want to give them experiences and opportunities. However, I don't think that we need to be doing that, certainly on the regular, if it's compromising our own happiness and well-being. We should find the win-wins, right? There are things, hopefully, that the entire family enjoys doing together. And those are the things that you really want to focus on. Things that are super exciting to your kids and also very exciting for you. There is no one-size-fits-all. You just figure out what's best for you and maybe reflect on the previous weeks of summer that we've had so far. Summer technically just started, right? Let's be clear. It's been spring for a really long time, and now it's summer as of, I think, a week ago. I'm talking about summer break of school. You've probably been in it at least for a couple weeks, I would guess. So kind of reflect on just how you're feeling. Are you wanting a little bit more plans? Is there anything that you're just really wanting to for sure do with your kids? Those are the things that I want you to prioritize, and maybe give your kids each one to prioritize, right? But then just remember, you are the boss here. You are the one driving the car. You're the one making the meals and keeping everyone's clothes clean, and just, you're the one making it all happen, right? You're in the background moving all the pieces so that everyone can be having what they need, right? Give yourself the credit. It's really a lot for you as the mama to make it all happen. So if you want some days off, take some days off. Let your kids get comfortable in that boredom. I'm pretty frank about the fact that it's not my job to find something for them to do. I'm not afraid of saying that. I would just come up with a one-liner when your kids are telling you they're bored or they're bummed about the fact that you're not gonna take them to the pool today. I would just come up with a phrase that feels good to you. I don't think we need to beat around the bush even, and try to sugarcoat things for our kids. If we are telling them no to something that popped up, it'll be really easy to point to the calendar and say, oh, but look, we're doing this way fun thing in 2 days, or tomorrow. That'll be so much fun. I think it's important for our kids to recognize that we are not at their disposal all the time. Mainly, I just want to give you some encouragement and empower you to set some limits with your kids, set some boundaries with your kids. I just am going to give you permission to not be at your kids' disposal 24/7. Summer can feel like that. At least it has, honestly, to me. Like, I've really needed to hold so firm with my kids to help them understand, like, they are not running the show here, right? They do not get to just make any request and I'm going to say yes. And by the way, it doesn't make me a bad mom that I am doing that, right? Like, I feel it actually makes me a good mom to help them understand that principle. We know that it's much better for their development even to just know that there are limits, there are boundaries, and I never want to kind of create really entitled kids who actually feel like they get to just do whatever they want whenever they want, because that is just not how our family ever is going to work, right? So good luck with the rest of your summer. Wish me luck with mine. I would love to hear in the comments how you are surviving. Hopefully it's been a great experience. It's been a little rocky here the past 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks were really fun, and then the second 2 weeks I think got a little rocky. So wish me luck. I'm wishing you luck, and I'll see you soon.